Farrat, the master of cool here for Carolina Warrior TV, company with Joe, the Juggernaut Pacheco, and Joe El Dingo Loco Carroll. Fight Lab 48, this is our main event, Jeremie Holloway versus Zach Fears.
Jeremie hit him Holloway, dropping down to 155 for the first time. This guy is super talented. Look for him to use his reach, his elbows, his knees, his kicks. We've known him to throw flying knees. He is one of the super talented guys in this area. I see him using that long reach to work against this kid, Zach Fears, who's undefeated. Both of them are undefeated. Someone's O's got to go.
Joe, tell me about Zach Fears.
Zach Fears is a young man coming out from the west side. Even though he has a very young pro career, he has a very, very high prestigious amateur record. And he's done very, very phenomenal for himself to this point. He sees Jeremie Holloway as a next or a stepping stool for him to elevate himself up in almost in the national record. If you look at it on the tail of the tape, these two guys are phenomenally gifted in every aspect of it. Explosiveness, physicality, strength, speed. It is going to be just a barn burner. Because both these guys are not looking to take it down. They're both good strikers and looking to put their stamp on somebody's face by the end of tonight.
It's pandemonium here at Fight Lab 48. Let's see our main event. Here we go, guys. Carolina Warrior TV, Fight Lab 48. We're here, Kevin Farrat, the master of cool, with Joe Pacheco, the Juggernaut, and El Dingo Loco, Joseph Carroll. Ready for the main event, Jeremie Holloway.
Jeremie Holloway's in the Venom, the red, white, and blue board shorts. Then we have Fierce, that's in the black trunks.
3-0 versus 5-0. Someone's O must go.
You know, last time Holloway fought, we seen a really good submission finish by him over Lawrence the Matrix Dennis. So we'll look to see what he has here. Both of them have long reach, long striking ability.
Fears fighting for the takedown here. Wants to test Jeremie's ground game.
Also, one thing about Holloway, this is his debut at 155. His last fight was actually at 185.
The last fight was 165 against.
Was it 165?
Dennis Lewis.
Oh, that is right. That almost doesn't even count.
The fight before that was 185 against.
Zach Fears leaning on Holloway. Holloway trying to contest to the referee like, hey, he's doing nothing. He's just sitting here. You know, that's part of the game, though. Here as a pro, he can use the elbows and the knees as Zach Fears gets him to the ground.
With relative ease as well.
Holloway using a butterfly guard here, trying to create some space on the ground.
Zach Fears will look to sit on those hooks and posture up and maybe drop some hands down, but Holloway's doing a good job of holding the arms of Zach Fears. Fears could tee off from here and cause some damage with those elbows. as he starts to do, using the cage to his advantage with Holloway's head on the cage. Holloway needs to look to recover guard or get his back up on the cage to work a scramble to stand back up.
And now Fierce is in half guard.
This is a bad position for Holloway.
Gets the underhook though with his right hand, which is going to help him get up if he can.
Zach Fierce using that reverse sit. He's going to look to clear that leg out. He's looking to stay in this position, possibly to go mount, but he's throwing some nice turned elbows to the rib cage of Jeremie Holloway.
Fierce has a far side underhook, looking to cause damage at right hand, framing the face.
Holloway getting his knee in to create some space.
Holloway needs to look to try to get to his hip and shrimp out to possibly recover full guard to stop that raining down, but the way Fierce has that arm hooked is stopping him from creating any space. Still pretty packed here at Fight Lab 48. People stayed to watch this main event between Holloway and Fierce. I would have thought we'd see more striking from the two at the beginning of the round, but so far it's being contested on the ground with Holloway on his back. What should we be seeing Holloway do here, Pacheco? Should we be seeing him trying to stand up to utilize his reach?
Absolutely. I would strongly suggest to him that he actually try to move his hips out, get his back away from the cage, give him some space to actually move. Right now he's in a pit position, not really right there, right beside the corner pad in the cage, going back and forth, very, very short distance. By keeping that guard closed, he's not able to go from one way to another.
And Fierce probably wants to, he has no problem sitting right here because Holloway isn't strong. He's very active with his guard. So being in Holloway's guard is going to make it difficult for Holloway to get up off the ground. So Fierce really has no problem just sitting here and working the ground and pound from inside Holloway's guard.
Fierce is throwing some really nice strikes from inside of Holloway's guard. And you wonder if this might affect Holloway in the second and third round. If we see the second and third round, and it looks like we're going to see a second round. This round will go to Fierce as the more active fighter. Holloway needs to come out in this second round and look to use his reach and his boxing to set the pace of this fight.
He will. As of right now, if it goes the same way, Fierce is actually controlling the first round. If he does the same thing again, it's not going to look very promising for Holloway.
Now Holloway needs to prevent the takedown.
Both fighters still look very fresh.
Fierce coming right out.
Holloway needs to use that reach, and he catches him with a nice hook on the way in.
Fierce pulls the distance, so he's got a body lock.
Fierce using that Midwest wrestling and grappling, keeping everything in tight. If you actually look at that jab that Holloway threw before Fierce actually moved in, there was no extension to it. It was crowded. That allowed Fierce to close that distance that much faster. If you're going to jab and not really commit to it. You have to make sure it's at full range. You can't just lackadaisically throw an arm out there.
This kind of pressure that Fierce is putting on Holloway is something like Holloway has never seen before. We've never seen Holloway really pressured up against the cage in an MMA fight.
No, and that was Holloway's game plan. Speaking to him earlier, he said that he was gonna put the pressure on Fierce like Fierce is usually the one doing. And unfortunately, as of right now, it's not the way he planned it to go.
We wonder how much ground game did Holloway really use or work on in his training camp to get ready for this. Did he expect for Fierce to come in here and be on top of him like this? And using not just jiu-jitsu, but the setup. Now we got Holloway looking to come up to possibly go to his back. Holloway looks lost on the ground a little bit. We need to see Holloway turn more into him, possibly get his feet towards the cage.
Holloway had the underhook turning into him. He should have kept that underhook. Help him get up off the ground a little easier.
Yeah. As of right now, Fierce is just basically sitting on that half guard because it's controlling Jeremie. Jeremie's not really doing anything with it, so Fierce is not feeling any pressure to try and pop out the side guard or really press the mount situation.
I think his weight distribution inside of that half guard is well, now he's inside of the full guard again, and he's got Jeremie's head up against that bumper pad.
And unfortunately for Jeremie, his closed guard is not threatening.
Yeah.
That's why it's such a comfortable place for Fierce to be at.
This spot that he's in right now, with his head up against that bumper pad, is not good for him. It's allowing Fierce to slowly throw small shots. And they may not be big, but they're adding up in the judge's eyes.
Absolutely.
Going for that can opener to possibly get Jeremie to open his guard. I think Fierce wants to get back to that half guard because he was landing more strikes from inside of the half guard. As he sets that can opener. Makes you wonder, is Holloway listening to his corner? As he's pushing away.
Create some separation.
It looks like he's trying to almost set up De La Riva. It's the first time I've used De La Riva the whole night. The De La Riva word. Oh, nice sweep as Holloway comes up and hooks the guillotine. Nobody's seen this coming. And Fierce with a weird try to escape. Oh my God. And he is out. He is out cold. He is out. And Holloway wins with something like we've never seen before in Fight Lab history. He puts him to sleep. Holloway came out of nowhere to finish that fight. And like he said before, in his pre-fight interview with Joe Pacheco, he's gonna do something that nobody has ever seen before. Something big. He did something big. That's the first time we've ever seen someone submitted like that inside the Fight Lab cage. So he set up that guillotine. He set up the guillotine and it looked like Zach Fierce went to defend it and went the wrong way and put himself even deeper in the choke. It seemed like he almost doors choked himself without the arm in. In my opinion, Holloway showed some of his submission game that he's never showed before. Here we are, Fight Lab 48, end of the night. Good job done by all the fighters. Holloway showed out. He showed something big, like he promised.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to a halt. 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Into the second round, your winner, and still undefeated, Jeremie "Killer" Holloway.
Fight Lab 48 with the main event champion and his nephew, KJ. I'm Joseph El Dingo Loco Carroll. Jeremie Holloway came out here and did something spectacular by putting Zach Fears, who is 3-0, to sleep. Let me say that again. This striker put Zach Fears to sleep. KJ, what do you think? How do you think the fight went?
Yeah, really,
Was it exciting?
definitely.
Definitely. Are you glad you won?
Yeah,
You want to see him fight again? Awesome. Okay. So Jeremie Holloway made his 155-pound debut for Fight Lab. Jeremie, tell me how you felt.
Well, horrible, but then once I made it, I felt like everything was accomplished for so many reasons. Me making 155 not only was my debut for Fight Lab, but it was my debut for the rest of the world because I will be taking it by force at this weight class. Tonight, we got some more work to do, of course, but I am a threat at 55, and I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think tonight's proven that. I took out a very strong opponent. Like I said, I still have work to do, so I'll be getting better as the days go by. So hope you guys are training like I am because I'm looking forward to whoever's up next.
So tell me, how did your training go for this fight? Did you implement a lot of different styles to get ready for this fight, or did you stick with one? I was watching and I seen some good stand-up, I seen some good groundwork, I seen you working off your back a lot. Tell me, what was the main thing for you when you came out here tonight?
To be honest, I'm kind of glad that I focused a lot of being on the mat at my coach's discretion, but it all played out well. All the time that I spent on the mat, which I spent a lot of it in trouble, played out well because it played out with me being in trouble in here tonight. And and the thing about this sport is unlimited possibilities to win, and that window of opportunity was open, and I took it. I seen the window and I jumped on it.
I seen you set up a guillotine setup, and it seemed like he went to defend it, and he rotated his own neck and put himself in something that looked like a modified Darce choke without the arm. Elaborate on it.
Well, as he did so, he started to turn, and as he turned, I dropped to my hip. And as I dropped to my hip, he kept turning. I turned with him as I inched on my belly, and by the time he got to his side, it was almost like a modified Darce choke, except I didn't even have to clasp. I just walked my hips forward, and honestly, I wasn't going to stop because I knew he had too much pride to tap, so I wasn't going to let go till the ref pulled me off.
Is there anybody that you would like to thank?
I would like to thank Jordan Rinaldi. Jordan Rinaldi, if it would not have been for your banter on Facebook, I probably would not have cut the 55. So, for you doubting me and telling me that I probably would miss weight and I couldn't make it, I'm fighting turds, guys with blemished records or what have you, I just beat a kid that was 3-0. I'm 6-0. If you make it past Cerrivo on June 27th, past Wild Bills, whatever, I will fight you anywhere. Anywhere. Here, conflict, hard play, my backyard, it does not matter. Fight me. Simple.
So there we go. We have Jordan Rinaldi fighting Diego Saravaya, and Holloway wants Jordan Rinaldi. So tell me, Holloway, if not Rinaldi, who's next?
El Dingo Loco.
That's not happening. El Dingo Loco's not coming out of retirement unless there's a six-figure contract on the line.
Well, in that case, we're going to go to the drawing board. Hopefully we get a phone call from somebody. Until then, we're just going to train hard, and I'll do whatever coach tells me to do.
Good luck in your endeavors, Jeremie Holloway.